In this video clip, we're going to show you how to create an external JavaScript file, and it will act the same way as an external spreadsheet file, or spreadsheet style sheet file. Remember that with one external style sheet, then you can apply that to all your pages if you want, and you only have to edit one file if you want to change styles. The same thing can happen with JavaScript. We can have an external JavaScript file. Now notice in here we have several functions, right, inside the script tag. Well, what we could do is just right click on the root and do new JavaScript and create a .js file, right? And in here I'll just call it show, because we could have many JavaScript external files, or we could put many functions in one file. So let's say, for instance, if you look at this page here, all this does, I have a little bit of a style here that keeps an image hidden. I have a style that says show a function that says show browser with a window alert, and one that says show image, right? And what happens is on the onload, the show browser function kicks off, and then if I click on, let's see what happens here. If I click on the I have an input, a checkbox. If I click on that, I do show image. Okay, so let's just see how this works. If I preview this in the browser like it is, and so you get the little pop-up tells you, the window alert with the browser. If I click on this, I get another pop-up, and I show the image, right? If I uncheck it, I guess it goes away, right? So same sort of thing. What I can do here is, let's say I want the show browser to be on many pages. What I can do is just cut that out of here, right? And I can I right-click, right, and do a new JavaScript file like I did over here. Open this up. Basically, it's just a text editor. Well, I already have it in here. Just a text editor, right? And you can, or text file, you just paste in your function, okay, save it. There's no script tags at all. And now what I need to do is link it to all my pages that I want to use this. So you could have a script, an internal JavaScript file like I have here, or code, but I can also have an external one. So if I do script type, and it would be text JavaScript, and then the difference is you have the source attribute, and now I would put in show.js, right? And that's the difference. And then you'd have your script tag here. All right, so now I'm just going to highlight this and copy it, and I'll save. The same thing, it should work the same way. I just click on this, it comes up in the browser, and sure enough, the same thing happens, right? I get a little pop-up that tells me the browser. Let's say I go over to default. Default is just a pretty plain, there's nothing going on here. But I could paste in this JavaScript link, and then if I want to do an onload event, or maybe you have a button click event that displays the browser, I could certainly do that. I just have to call the function, the same function. So in this case, it's show browser, right? So click on call that and put that in there. Okay. And so now the same thing will happen here. I'll just paste it in, or preview it in the browser, and it comes up, right? So you can see how it could be very useful. I could put other events in here as well. Let's just see if I take a look at the some of the other things I have in here that's really easy. Maybe I have a show alert. I could do this. Maybe I want to do a show alert, and now you might determine, well, when this is going to happen. Like in this case, I do it on load, so you can't have two things there. So what I'll do is let's just do the let's do this, because I have the show image. So I'll just take the show image function, right? Put that out over here into the JS file, and just so you can see, not all pages have to use it, but I'll just put it in here like this, right? And I'll just back this up, just trying to make it so it lines up better, right? So now show image, right, I can cut this out of here now and take out the script tag. So now show image is only called on this page, right? And it also uses, let's save this. So it also uses, oops, all right, there we go. I previewed it automatically. So it shows you the pop-up, and then this still works, right? This is form 3U, just like we did before, right? But notice it's all in the show.js. So I could have multiple files in here, multiple functions in here, and use one JS for my whole website if I wanted to. Or I could have several JS files and just link the ones I want. And I can have more than one link to a web page. All right, so that's how you create an external JavaScript file. Okay, and then you can just paste your functions in there. All right, you might want to test it out internally first, and then you can always move it to an external JS file. So that's it in a nutshell.